Welcome to round one for Superlap Scotland at Knockhill Racing Circuit, and we have got a fabulous day for you today. Bumper entry for Superlap. We've got a good grid of cars in every single class, so sit back, enjoy the action, and let's see how the drivers have enjoyed their long enforced break. Superlap Scotland is back on track at Knockhill Racing Circuit, and it's been too long since we last had competition engines around Knockhill's 1.3 miles of very twisty, undulating tarmac. There has been a lot of track days, so a lot of these drivers will have already had their eye very much up to speed, if you like, but there's nothing like the actual thrill and buzz of competing. Qualifying starts here, and you can look at the weather conditions. Lovely day at Knockhill Racing Circuit. A little bit of wind, but quite high track temperatures and quite high ambient air temperatures as well, as all the cars stream from the pit lane out onto the track. For some of these guys, yes, as I've said, they will have already done a lot of mileage around Knockhill Circuit and track days, but for some of them, this will be the first time that they have actually been on track since since October last year. Michael Imrie there having a lovely slide through the chicane, and Ian Biaggi coming all the way up from Dumfries and Galloway in the borders. Great to see him back at Knockhill. You can see the bridge is getting renovated. That was due to be done for the start of the year, but unfortunately, as everybody knows, everything basically stopped, not just at Knockhill but around the world as the gravel gets kicked up. It's not taking them long to start dipping wheels into the gravel. Craig Wallace there using a little bit more than he should have. Was that Craig Menzies, one of them, as they come through Clark Corner as well. This man here, David Brown. We welcome David Brown to the championship. A pretty much notable single-seater racer. We need to keep our eye on him. Very fast man, and that's a home-built car that they have built at Kenny Brown Engineering in Glasgow. So great to see him trying something completely different, because when you're a Formula 4 racer, yeah, you come to a TVR Griffith. That is Colin Dorward going through the shot in the BMW there. And Colin Dorward, unfortunately, the Mitsubishi, what happened there? We heard the screech. That's Andy Napier getting it all wrong and landing in the gravel trap at McIntyre's. And yeah, he won't be liking that too much, as the cars will come through and stream past him just now. A cheeky little flash of the lights from Sean Martin there towards Andy, who's facing the wrong way. But if in doubt, get out the gravel, and away you go. And thank you to the marshals out there sweeping up the track. If it wasn't for the marshals, we wouldn't be motor racing, would we? So I have to say a big thank you to everybody who come along and helped us out at round one here. This is David Joyce, another newcomer to Superlap Scotland, so we are still managing to find newcomers coming in towards the championship, and that's a beautifully well prepared little car. And it looks like it's not David's first trip in towards the gravel as well, because he knew exactly what to do there. As through the bottom of Duffy's dip now, lovely little car here. This little Peugeot 106, it's a fast little car. Craig Wallace at the wheel of that one, Peugeot 106, and well, he's getting faster and faster, and he's going to trouble the guys in Class F. That is Nev Wood's area latum, and away he goes. But the fastest man in Class G, a 102.5 second lap for Adam Morrison. And Adam, well, this will be justified in his eyes. He spent a lot of time over the winter preparing his car, building new cars and deciding what he was going to do. The soon-to-be dad is here on a little bit of shore leave, shall we say. Melissa back up home as Adam set the fastest time in G. Fastest in Class F was Donny McLeod. Look at the lovely yellow paint scheme, and Donny almost backing it into McIntyre's here, giving us a little bit of skill and flair as he come through the hairpin as well. Beautiful preparation in that car, and that's Donny fastest and on his way in Class F. More accustomed to being fast on a bicycle, but great to see Donny here. Andy Napier, this time not in the gravel, we'll be happy to see. And look at Tom Locker's 716 car. That, in real life, is stunning when you get up close to it. The colours on that car, great job through the winter, Tom. Really brilliant stuff what you've done there. And this, the never-ending accident for Craig Menzies. He managed to hold that from the top of Duffus, and that was in a Caterham opposite lock. Yeah, and a Caterham, you don't have to do too much to make the car react to the steering wheel. As Martin Hutton goes through shot there, a lot of tyres screaming. Fastest man though in Class E, Sean Martin, 57.572, and this man has done a good few track days. He is up to pace, we would say, and he's very consistent as well. He showed a great turn of speed last year but unfortunately he did manage to put in the gravel a few times. But Sean, very much quick on the pace, and he is going to be a force to be reckoned with in E-Class all the way through the year. That is Colin Dorward, and round he goes. Colin spins towards the grass, and he just didn't lift there, did he? I think he's enjoying that. Having said that, Colin Dorward won't be particularly delighted with how the outcome is in the BMW. But as we go on board with Robbie Wiper now, that was a very, very loud bang there, wasn't it? Robbie Wiper returning to the series. It's been a couple of years since we last saw Robbie, but we know he has got good form, and he's always quick and good. He likes a good chat as well, and if you ever catch him in the paddock from a distance, socially distance, we must stress that, he's always good to get on with, and he'll tell you absolutely everything about his car. Now, what was that bang? That was the bang! Wow, big explosion of flame and smoke. There's no such things for Stuart McCracken though, as he comes through in the TR8 here. A much more, I'm going to say gentlemanly driver, but he still drives it very, very quick, as Phil Taylor just shot through there. This is Ian Bonthorne, returning to the series in a BMW. We lost Ian, he went Celtic Speed Mini Cooper Cup racing for a season. But back he comes in a BMW and Class B. Fastest in Class B qualifying, Michael Rigby. And Riggers, he's put together a good programme. That car, if you get up close to it, have a look at it. Beautiful car. A lot of work done to that car. A lot of work done to Michael Rigby as well. As you can see, the lines through the chicane there shows that Rigby was on maximum attack all the way. So Rigby very happy with how he's qualifying. When Andy Napier looks like he's in all sorts of trouble with too much back brake on that car, I would imagine. Maybe need to think about a proportioning valve or a bleed valve to stop as much pressure going to the back. And David Brown, up the straight he goes. They will get quicker in that car, I guarantee you. That was Matty Lawson, fastest man in Pro, 53.874. A very late call up from Matty joining us at the weekend. Just sneaked in before the entries closed, but great to have the man back from MB Garage up north. Always puts on a great show. And that car, another fabulous car, as are so many of these cars in our Super Lap paddock. Look how quick that thing disappears up over the crest of the hill. So qualifying is done. Let's have a look at the finals for Super Lap Scotland at round number 1. This was a non-championship round and non-point scoring and non-trophy bearing round. Round 2 though, we're back to normal. Full points, full trophies, full championship. Martin Hutton in Class G, out on track in the little Peugeot 106. Martin managed a 107.533 on his way around. The racer, to a former scrutineer, we could call him that. You can only do what you can do, though, Martin keeps saying, and he does enjoy himself on track. Going through there, Gordon Long, another man who we've seen in the Celtic Speed Mini Cooper Cup. Gordon managed to do a 103.6 second lap around Knockhill in his newly built Mini after he had a fairly sizable shunt at the end of last year. Fiona Kindness gives up mummy duties for just a couple of hours here at Knockhill Racing Circuit, and Fiona managed to get second place with a 103.232 in the number 55 Pink Pearl. Can we call it that, Fiona? But the winner in Class G, well, he was fastest in qualifying and he was fastest in the final, Adam Morrison, a 102.679, and Adam was on fire in this car. I do like the headlights. He's gone from the goofy look, which he had last year, to the very aggressive looking headlights as he goes down through Butchers and up towards the chicane. A man who's had a lot of mileage in that little car, and it's now a fast car as well. The previous car just didn't seem to have the legs, but Adam put together a very good set of laps, not just in the final, he put a set of good laps through the course of the whole entire Super Lap event. As he accelerated from the hairpin up towards the checker flag, a 102.679 sealed the deal for Class G, Adam Morrison. Into Class F, first car on track was Ian Biaggi in the BMC Mini Clubman. Ian entered as a guest and he managed a 108.5. Ian, more accustomed to being a rallycross man, he would normally turn right at the bottom of Duffus and disappear through the centre of the circuit into the rallycross. 7th place, Phil Taylor, Renault Clio, Class F, 103.397. The man backed by White Line and Graham Durham. Great to see Phil back on track, getting himself up to speed and more or less having a troubled Super Lap event, which is what we want to see from Phil. In 6th place, so David Joyce, newcomer to the series. David Joyce did a 102.809. He'll be delighted with that. Also delighted the car goes home in one piece and he's completed his first Super Lap. Congratulations, Dave. Great job. Just ahead of him, 5th place, number 38, Sean Hislop, using all the road and a little bit more on the way towards Duffus Dip there. Sean, he managed a 102.5, so the time's incredibly close towards the mid part of Class F. And just ahead of Sean Hislop, we had number 14, Michael Emery, one of my favourite little cars. I do like these Renault Clios, the same as Sean Hislop's. They just look absolutely fabulous. Then Emery in towards the hairpin, he did a 102.2, so just 3/10, or just under 3/10 of a second faster than the season pro, Sean Hislop. In third place, look at this car. Tom Lockhart, his Renault Clio 172 F-Class, a 102.146 for Tom, saw him take third place on the day in F-Class as he come through the chicane and up the back straight. The colours, you would think they wouldn't go, but they do look great on the track. Second place, car 15, Craig Wallace, Peugeot 106 with a 101.851. Newcomer to the series, welcome Craig Wallace, and yeah, Class F, you're going to have to keep your eye on this little Peugeot 106, he's fast. But the fastest man of the day in the F-Class was Donny McLeod. As he come over the top of Duffus, we could tell straight away the man meant business on two wheels as he went through the top and fast through Leslie's. The only man to go sub 1 minute, 59.786 seconds for Donny McLeod. And he took the Class F honours as he come through the chicane and up the back straight. Donny knew it was only 2 corners and he had a fighting chance of taking the honours. In towards the hairpin, the scene of so many shattered dreams here at Knockhill Racing Circuit. Donny wasn't going to let that happen. Through he went, powered up towards the checker flag. Congratulations Donny McLeod, a good win in Class F. On to Class E. Well, Henry Simmons, very un-Henry Simmons manoeuvre that. We don't normally see Henry spinning out, but looped the little Mazda MX-5 at the exit of the chicane, and that was effectively Henry's run done there. You can see him just bouncing it off the second kerb, kept his foot in it, and round went the car. Just managing, well, no, not just, managing to stay at the gravel trap, thankfully. Car 58, the Triumph TR8 of Stuart McCracken, slotted into 6th place in Class E with a 106.448. Stuart McCracken got this car via Ali Stewart, and it really is a nice car, one of the cars we used to see racing in the Scottish Classic Sports and Saloon Car Championship. But just ahead of him it was a newcomer, Neil Campbell. Great to see Neil here in his Honda Civic Type R. Don't worry about the smoke, that was just some dust that had been put down on the track. A 102.6 for Neil put him 5th place in Class E. He was delighted with that one. Got through his first super lap, another new driver to the championship. Andy Napier, been battling brake issues all day, as we have seen. Andy, 4th place in E-Class in his newer style Honda Civic Type R with a 1:03. Andy using all the track and just a little bit more as he goes up the back straight. In 3rd place, it was Fraser McNeil. The lovable little rogue Fraser McNeil with a 59.3 second lap. The Japcom team with a very strong showing here today at Knockhill in a couple of classes. A lot of smoke there, a lot of smoke for Craig Menzies. Would that put you off your hot lap? It possibly could. It didn't put Craig Menzies off his hot lap though. He managed a 59.083 second lap to take 2nd place honours in E-Class. A really good put together lap, but not good enough because this man, 57.928, the only man to go sub 57 seconds. That's impressive stuff. Sean Martin in his Honda Civic, as I say, he has done a good few track days, he's up to speed. But the pace that this man's got, the rest of Class E are going to have a good eye on him. And as Sean powered up the back straight through Clark Corner with the hills of Edinburgh in the background, he knew he only had to get through that hairpin. And as I said before, we've seen so many people make mistakes here. Not for Martin though. Look at that, the perfect line to get good speed through and out the hairpin. Congratulations Sean, winning E-Class. Moving into Class C, back on board with Robbie Wiper here. A welcome return to Robbie as he goes over the crest of the hill. His Mitsubishi Evo, the straight looks very short at Knockhill when you're going that speed. Robbie into the water stuff, his dip, where are you going? Oh, he's overshot the corner, and that is super lap there. That's when it bites you right in the bottom, unfortunately. Robbie off lap, and his time will be disqualified, disallowed, and you can tell that he's not a happy bunny there. Just a little bit too hot into Duffus dip, had to take the escape road, and Robbie will be cursing all the way down that. No time for Robbie Wiper this time, but he will be back, one would imagine, for round 2. 3rd place in C-Class, David Brown in his TVR Griffith. David up the back straight, 58.257 seconds as he come in towards the hairpin, number 173. Been struggling a little bit with the car bottoming out as he hits the brakes. Some heavier springs on the car, but it's all about learning and coming back stronger for round number 2. Ian Bonthorne, 55.656 second lap in the number 77 Bonthorne Security Services BMW. and just pipped. We've got to say that. This was so incredibly close. 19 hundredths of a second. Francis Simpson steals it in the second of the Japcom Hondas, and he does that, number 39. Francis delighted with that one, 55.637 second lap, and Francis was putting it all on the line, leaving everything, well, leaving nothing in the locker for this one as you come through Clark Corner. He knows how quick Bonthron is. Bonthron knows how quick Simpson is. These two guys, they have a lovable relationship in the paddock, but they want to beat each other on track. So a brilliant victory in that class for Simpson. As we come towards the other end of it now, this man Colin Dorward, we've got to see, he's a former king of the hill, isn't he? And Colin blew his Mitsubishi Evo up on the dyno, unfortunately. On the dyno the Mitsubishi blew up, and Colin, he's entered as a guest, but it's just not the same not seeing the big Mitsubishi out there. Andy Clotworthy, car number 61 in the B class, 57.091 seconds for Clotworthy. Welcome back to Super Lap Scotland. Andy also entered for round 2 with a beautiful bit of oversteer on the exit of the hairpin. Up the straight he went. He tried very hard, but Michael Rigby was just in a class of his own. Michael Rigby over the top of Duffy's Dip, down through Leslie's and in towards McIntyre's. Rigby had a 55.5 second lap, and nobody was taking that away from him. Rigby took Class B honours, and well, it was really on the cards from the very first qualifying session of the day. Rigby had really done his homework with this car, got himself in good shape, and as he come in towards the hairpin, he knew it was that one positive corner he had to get through. Rigby done it, and he took Class B honours, and he celebrated all the way back down the M74 and the M6. Congratulations, Michael. A great run towards the flag. As we moved in towards the Pro Class, this is the Atom. This is Nev Wood, and it just gets more and more aggressive each time we see it. Nev, we love it, and we love you. In towards the hairpin for Nev Wood. It was great to see Nev back on track, because it was he going to come? Wasn't he going to come? But through he comes, up towards the checker flag. Nev Wood takes his position in the Pro Class just behind Matty Lawson. And Matty Lawson, well, these guys travelling from different ends of the country. Down come Matty Lawson from up north, and his Mitsubishi changed his wheels for the final. You can see different colour wheels. He's gone from the slicks back to the road going base tyres, because you can run slick tyres in the Pro Class now if you like. And Matty realised there wasn't really any benefit for him, so in this one, Matty changing back to the road tyres, put together a fabulous lap in the Super Lap final. Great to see him back on track. Up the main straight he went to take the checker flag. The winner of the Pro Class, Matty Lawson. Fabulous stuff. Well, that rounds up a fabulous day's racing here at Knockhill Racing Circuit. Congratulations to everybody in SLS who had a good fun day here at Knockhill Racing Circuit. Not long till round 2, August 22nd, 23rd. We'll see you guys then.